a central government legislation, and Aam Aadmi Party is right now going for Delhi election. And how is it possible to get to the passing of Jan Lokpal bill sooner and than just winning the whole India election, because none of the parties they're going to support or win to get a Jan Lokpal bill, as we have already seen. Is there a way in between, or is there a way in which Supreme Court or any other institution in India can help, or an UN recommendation or something like that? So there was some talks about that as well. So my question is entirely on the idea of Aam Aadmi Party. How can we get Jan Lokpal bill sooner than winning all India election and having absolute majority? Thank you.
I can take one crack in the front.
One of the things about Jan Lokpal is, one is the parliament, the other is the state, Lok Yukta, okay, which is the thing you can look at state. So the Lokpal is, they tried very best with the agitation and things, the prime with the fasting, the Gandhian method, the prime minister wrote a letter saying, hey, we're going to pass it, but they never did, okay? And not with any teeth, they had kind of just the same thing, business as usual. So the question is, that's the reason why Aam Aadmi Party was started. But the Lokpal was only one of the things that is there. The good governance, which Professor Gurcharan Das alluded to, is vital. Putting the right system, changing the system so they work. And decentralizing things, which also what you do to Gram Sabha and Maharashtra, which is what was starting. And so I'm very hopeful. I mean, I have these vigorous discussions because I am for, I won't call pro-business, I'm for pro-entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, people creating wealth from there. It's not just some, what is called, crony capitalism on things. And I agree with Professor Gulshan Das. Go ahead.
See, I think if they are successful, the Aam Aadmi Party is successful in Delhi, then they can implement Lokayukta at the state level. And so you're right about the fact that Lokpal at the center would take a lot more than that. So the hope is that if they're able to do it successfully in Delhi, then there'll be enough of public momentum to say, let's do it, and there potentially be pressure from the people for other parties to help as well to make it happen at the national level. But to start with, when he talks about Lokpal now, it's more to do with Lokayukta for the state of Delhi.
Question here. So, hello. Yeah. The politics is in India is very sensitive along religious lines, and we saw that recently what happened in Muzaffarnagar. And there were riots, over 20 people got killed, and political parties were involved, and AAP released a statement very initially. And it turned out that there were some inaccuracies and whatnot. And I mean, I support AAP wholeheartedly. I have donated hundreds of dollars by now on that already, and I'm still going to do that. But what I took issue is that they released a statement, and probably that was wrong. So they deleted the statement from the website. And that was very childish. You should probably provide an addendum saying, okay, this was wrong. It was prima facie statement, and we should not do that, and probably present an addendum to that. It's very childish to remove a statement and like that. And it seems that some people are raising questions maybe to spite against BJP or something. So I would like AAP to be very clear on this religious sentiment. I don't want them to support any one of them over the other. But I mean, you got the gist of my question.
Response to that.
Okay.
Connection on communal issue.
Yeah. One particular thing I'll just say. Absolutely. I also go to the website and I see what the ardent BJP supporters write. Okay? They say it is a B team for the Congress. And the ardent Congress supporters say that Aam Aadmi Party is a B team for BJP to defeat the Congress. The question that is there, what you said about the religious politics, Muzaffarnagar, the big riots and things, this is precisely what Aam Aadmi is trying to get away from, the politics divide and rule that I mentioned earlier in my remarks. And unless you take the principled stance that India is a secular democracy. And make no mistake about it, it's not a communal. It's not, if we want India to be Hindu Pakistan, okay, a Hindu republic like Islamist Republic of Pakistan, then I think BJP is the answer. Okay, throw all of the, what Pakistan did, threw all the Hindus out, through the kind of riots and things that happened and happening in a number of places because people are afraid. But it's not, and Congress on the other hand, tries to divide it by saying, we are the only person who will protect you minorities. So they play one against the other. We need a new kind of
got the
party.
question wrong, sorry.
Sorry.
He asked a
See,
different
about
question.
in response to your
Yeah.
removing the.
Yeah,
I don't know much about that.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
I
so-
mean, you can give the feedback to them.
Yeah, my question is
I
just
don't
that
know.
they should better be clear about
Yeah.
what they want to do, whatever it is. I mean, they can always support their things and I support
I think you should
wholeheartedly.
give them the
That
feedback.
kind of
He's got a
thing
good
is
point.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, the woman there had a question.
Well, I'm not aware of that, so I'll bring
Then
you
you,
the-
then you, and you will take 4 more questions. Cool. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
to the young woman there.
Hello.
Let's make them short.
Hi. So Mr. Gurcharan Das had mentioned Tocqueville's writing on America in the 1860s and this notion of joiners making neighborhoods safer. So one of the things you didn't mention though is that those neighborhoods that he was writing about, their safety was enabled by having both black slaves and having, eliminated Native Americans before that. And continues to be the case today that neighborhoods become safe for some only by becoming unsafe for others. And whereas in the United States that may be demonstrated by racial profiling sort of happening alongside gentrification, in India that occurs through processes like slum clearance and excessive policing and displacement of, for example, in Chennai, the beachside fishing communities who are being displaced for the sake of the new flyover construction, etc., as well as communities that have historically been detested and despised by the middle class, including beggars, various communities labeled as vagrants, like hijras and